I am delighted to share a word this morning about the Alma Hunt offering, our statewide mission emphasis that we are invited to support annually at this time of year. This invitation to give generously toward Virginia Baptist Ministries and missions is led by the Women's Missionary Union of Virginia in cooperation with our historic mission partner, the Baptist General Association of Virginia. For context, WMUV celebrated 150 years last year. Our own Fred Anderson produced a new comprehensive history of the WMUV just in time for the big occasion. And we've been blessed in recent weeks with the preaching and teaching of our dear friend Valerie Carter Smith, who has recently retired as executive director of WMUV. So if you, as I, aspire to be a Fred Anderson, Valerie Carter Smith kind of Baptist, this is the offering for you. Well, just as Fred's book, Roots and Wings, documents the narratives of the trailblazing women who have led and challenged us to bolder ministry, we look to Alma Hunt's story today and how she came to inspire this invitation to support our collective mission efforts each year. Originally from Roanoke, Alma Hunt served as executive director of the Women's Missionary Union at the national level from 1948 to 1974. It was a different era in Baptist life. She had grown as an increasingly respected young leader in Christian education and recreation ministry, completing degrees at Longwood and then Columbia, and was serving in higher education when she was called into her long term of service promoting missions through the WMU, inspiring people everywhere with her compassion and care for the world. She was only 38 at the beginning, and some among the older generation were initially tentative, but her warm intelligence, sense of humor, and decisiveness about doing the right thing turned into a long tenure. You might have heard the nugget of Baptist lore that she was the first woman to wear shorts at Ridgecrest. And while she led in more profound ways, that's just a little insight into her personality and leadership style. If you've ever dressed comfortably at church camp, you can thank Alma Hunt. Well, she traveled all over the world to encourage mission workers and foster deeper relationships across all cultures. In fact, later in life, she became instrumental in forming the women's department of the Baptist World Alliance, our global fellowship through which we collaborate for mutual support with around 50 million Baptists. She traveled to 90 countries, all told, and spoke up for racial equality at pivotal moments. She also supported the work of the Virginia Baptist Historical Society, one of the many ministries that benefits from the Alma Hunt offering. In 2007, in the twilight of her years, Miss Alma was ordained to the gospel ministry by her church, the Roslyn Hills Baptist Church. And she spoke with authority in support of full equality for women in pastoral ministry. Her pastor at the time remarked memorably, and some of you have heard this, I know, that her ordination came about 75 years late. Well, she passed away in 2008 at the age of 98. You can read for yourself about the host of missions and ministries that the Alma Hunt offering makes possible through our gifts each year. But the bottom line is that the Alma Hunt offering underwrites vital Virginia Baptist ministries in which we are already invested and which could not continue without our faithful giving. The list is long. I won't belabor it here, but in this challenging moment in our time, in this divisive cultural season when many of us wonder, what is there constructively that I can do to make a difference, to pour more grace and peace into the world? Here is, may I suggest, one tangible way that we can shine the love and light of Christ in our communities. What a privilege we have, friends. Thank you for your ongoing faithfulness in multiplying God's work in the world, right here in Virginia.